Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato. Happy Halloween. Welcome back to Let's Play Dracula 3, The Path of the Dragon. Just gotta... There we go. Get my walkthrough up, because I think this gets, complicated. Left wall, you see a lever. Under this flagstone lies the body of Vlad the Great. Oh, is it Dracula? Are we finally going to meet Dracula? Okay, we gotta kill him. Yes, it's someone's hand.
What to do now? My God, guide me.
Okay, is he dying or healing? It's hard to tell. Oh, he looks like he's dying. Rowan berries.
Hey, Father Arno, it's Professor Kruger.
Wild Rose.
Hey, come back up. Hey, Father Arno, it's Professor Kruger.
And
Hey,
garlic.
come back up. Hey, Father Arno, it's Professor Kruger.
Professor von Kruger.
Father Arno, at last I found you.
But what are you doing here?
I came to help you. I have the serum.
Don't believe you. How did you find me?
It wasn't easy, believe me.
I think I'm nearing my goal.
Beware of illusions. Alone and sick, you won't get far.
After coming this far, can you still doubt the existence of vampires?
Father Arno, I beg of you, get back in touch with reality. You are the victim of visions. I've taken a long trip to save your life and your reason.
Oh, by the way, I looked up the voice cast of this game. Father Arno is played by David Gass, who played Darian Dane back on Curse Eye of Isis. We played a few Halloweens ago. Have you seen Janosch?
Don't worry, he is no longer a threat for us.
I consulted documents that are very compromising for you.
Really? Don't let our enemies deceive you. I have other documents with me that will prove my good faith. Father Arno, till now I haven't wanted to alarm you. But your tests have confirmed what I suspected. You are suffering from a powerful variant of P syndrome, a type with a very rapid evolution that can alter your thinking. Come up quickly to me. I have the serum.
No, I think you're lying because you're evil. Now, we got to use the crucifix.
Where is the priest? He won't come.
An illusion. It was just an illusion. And now I've lost all my weapons. But one.
Yep, the Bible. Hello?
Arno, I'm so happy you made it this far. You're going to succeed.
What do you mean?
Maria. Can I really call you that?
Yes, that is the name I chose. The old one was Martha, as you've doubtless understood.
What happened to you?
When I was Martha, hidden by a veil, happiness was forbidden me. So I lived to care for others. When I learned that it wasn't illness that took their lives, I looked to see where the responsibility lay. I followed the path. I arrived before the Master. He offered me the unthinkable, eternal beauty, a life unveiled.
So you have become the servant of Dracula.
That's a privilege, Arno. In a bit, I'll leave you alone and he will approach you. Above all, don't do anything rash. Seize the opportunity.
Without you, I wouldn't have found the Turkish prison and would never have made it this far. Why did you help me?
Don't you know why? I really wanted you to follow the path. I did everything in my power to help you, and would have done even more if the Master had allowed it. I wanted you to join me, Arno, to share my new life.
That body that I destroyed, lying in sarcophagus, was it an image of Dracula?
An illusion meant to make you understand it's vain to struggle against him.
So Martha's death was all fake?
I prepared a brew with plants that made me fall into a cataleptic fit. They carried me to the grave. The Master took me out of it, then led me to the castle. After the final trial, the wounds on my face healed. My body was rejuvenated. I then came back to the dispensary using the identity of Maria.
Isn't it strange to think that some people take you for a saint?
It is. The villagers need the supernatural to help them bear their existence. They made me a saint, and the diocese seized hold of the occasion. Their mistake turned out happily, since it brought you here and allowed us to meet. Fate brought us together.
Uh-huh. Tell me how you passed the 7 trials. The answers aren't on the walls.
First, I went to the Turkish prison. The Master learned of that. Nothing escapes him. Upon my return, he wanted to test me. One of his men came to the dispensary. I fled, but he pursued me to the broken oak. There I grabbed his weapon and shot twice. I think that was when the Master looked favorably upon me. I pursued my route, picking the weeds from my garden and burning my pigeon loft. Then I drank the sleeping brew to awaken in the castle. You know the rest.
Thus you passed into the camp of the murderers.
I didn't kill, except to defend myself. That brute of an inspector, I had to kill him under the oak, I had to. But I haven't murdered anyone.
Not yet. But you serve a murderer.
No, a hunter. The eagle and the tiger must kill to eat. That is their nature.
But becoming a tiger, or even the accomplice of a tiger, is to renounce human nature.
Oh,
You won't have the choice. Facing the Master, you are naked, defenseless. He speaks and you listen, trembling. Like you, I approached him with the mad idea of combating him. How pretentious. He could have destroyed me in a breath. But instead, he chose to offer me life. I owe him everything.
What do you know of Father Gregorio's illness?
That is, the master required that he be driven from the village. He knew many things, you see, so I did what I had to do to weaken him, without killing him.
You drank his blood? You visited his room during the night?
Do I really have to talk about it? Can't I keep some secrets?
And those dreams where I saw you?
Perhaps they were more than just dreams.
Who killed Stephen Luca?
Janos. To accomplish the trial of the sacrifice, and to get rid of a rival.
How do you know that?
He boasted of it to me.
Who killed Professor Irina Boxkov?
Janos. To accomplish the trial of punishment and to steal a manuscript.
He's got a lot of people. Who placed a bomb in my room?
Janos. He tried everything to eliminate you.
What happened in the dispensary?
Kruger harassed me for weeks to finish your analyses, but I always found some pretext to put off the job, so he lost patience and sent Janos to me.
Kruger attached a great deal of importance to those tests.
He pretended to be looking for a serum, but he never believed the P syndrome was an illness. The imposter. He wanted the analyses to identify prey, and that way work his way up to the master. So Janos came to me escorted by one of his friends, a thug from the Iron Guard. I pretended to collaborate, but I was trying to buy time. The battery was dead. I didn't know where I'd put the acid. The Schwartz filament was burned out. I knew the master was watching the dispensary and that he would intervene. He killed the thug and knocked Janos out. We put their bodies in the coffins. That's when you arrived.
Did you see me?
You passed right by me. I was in the storeroom behind a door hidden by wreaths of flowers.
Was Dracula with you?
Yes. We were waiting for one of his men to come get us in a truck. He locked you into the laboratory while we loaded the coffins. I left without being able to speak to you, but I thought that you would read my message in the mist.
Why did Dracula spare Janos?
To subject him to the final trials of the path. But you succeeded before he did.
I finished the analysis myself and sent the results to Kruger.
Really? You gave him a fine present. He must have understood immediately who I was and how far you had progressed on the path. Not surprising then that he came straight off to lend a hand to Janos. You must have heard them. They're up there, near the well. Furious they can't come down.
I know. Just what part does Kruger play?
He's one of the leaders of the Thule Society, of which Janos is a member. Do you know of a brochure called The Lords of Twilight?
Yep.
Yes, I looked through it at Irina Boxov's.
Well, it's Kruger who wrote it, using a pen name.
Janos and Kruger are really very dangerous.
Not anymore, since you beat them to it. Win the Master's favor, and they will never reach their goal.
What do you know of the Vesnice Foundation, which owns the dispensary? Is that Dracula too? Is that Dracula too?
It's the Master who controls
Of course it's
it.
Dracula.
Early in the century, he preferred disappearing from public life to manage his affairs secretly. A charitable foundation is an excellent cover. When I was Martha, I didn't suspect for an instant that I was working for the dragon.
You may leave now. I'm ready to meet Dracula.
Be very careful, Arno. Don't defy the Master or he'll crush you. Don't lie to him or he'll know. Answer correctly, and he'll give you immortality.
Farewell, Maria.
You have to succeed. Think of us.
There is no us. You're a vampire. Alright. Do we finally get to meet the title character? Gonna be very disappointed if there's no Dracula in this Dracula game. I'm on fire?
Here he is.
Finally! Come on, Drac.
God, make him approach me. Very close. Then I'll be able to act.
You, priest. You think you're at the end of your ordeals. You are wrong. It is now that you risk the worst of them. Do not disappoint me. or else.
Alright.
To come unto me, you have desecrated a tomb, burned a chapel, and poisoned a spring. How shall I judge your deeds?
I must find the answers he expects in order to gain his trust. And if he comes closer, I'll go for all or nothing.
I had no choice. It was the only way to come to you.
Perhaps you have spoken well, or perhaps you are already condemned. You shall not know until after you satisfy my curiosity.
Okay, you couldn't
I can hear
animate
you breathing.
walking.
Priest, you are suffocating, are you not?
It's a freaking Oblivion
I know that
vampire.
you do not much like the depths. But remain clear-headed, for if you make a single mistake, I will hang your skin on the walls of my crypt. Everyone treats his enemies in his own way. I used to impale them, or drown them in the latrines. You act in a very different way. Twice, your enemy, Janos, was at your mercy, and you spared him. Why?
Yes, I spared Janos, and now I'm here for you.
Your
Before you.
answer will weigh heavily on your fate. Perhaps it pleased me, or perhaps it doomed you. Whatever is true, let us go on.
Alright. You're a disappointing Dracula design.
I want to know what is on your mind. I have always been curious. Once, I had one of my concubines ripped open from top to bottom to see with my eyes the place I had visited.
Do you have to shout all your lines, dude?
Let us talk of our little Maria. She is beautiful. You desire her, do you not?
Yes, I desire her.
What a strange priest you are. Dogs are afraid of you. Men insult you in hushed voices. But you hear them, do you not? Now, your hearing is keen, and you see in the dark, like a nocturnal beast. You are beginning to resemble me, priest. Do you know why?
I have traveled the path.
Yes, as did I before you. But let us see how far your knowledge stretches.
Alright, ask me another weird
Will
question,
you be
Mr.
able to tell me
Teleporty.
who initiated me? Who gave me immortality?
Lilith the Rebel.
You have spoken, and the words you uttered will determine if you live or if you die. I hear your heart beat and your arteries throb. It has been a long while since I drank the blood of a priest. Do you fear me?
I do not fear you since I have come here.
I sense on you the odor of tears, of sweat, of blood. You suffered to come this far. Why? Tell me, priest. You can't have come with the absurd idea of fighting me.
Like Siegfried, I was resolved to do anything to reach my goal.
Good answer. Fortunately for you, you will receive the blood of the dragon without fighting, for I have judged you worthy.
Okay.
On your knees now. for your baptism in blood.
To your hands, Lord, I entrust my soul.
Alright, we're pretty much... Oh, you are ugly. Wash your face, dude.
How dare you!
The well has caved in.
Adopt! We'll never reach the crypt.
Don't talk that way, Beckermeyer. Never say never.
There are tons of rocks obstructing the passage. It would take massive equipment.
Patience. Someday we'll come back.
And that was Dracula 3, The Path of the Dragon. Probably the worst video game I've ever played. London, 1942. Okay, it's the Blitz. Obviously, there's a blackout. Yep, it's Janos. He's handcuffed.
The game is up. You're a spy in the service of the Third Reich.
Kruger's a Nazi,
In August
too.
of
Wow.
1941, you left England carrying secret documents, which were stolen, needless to say, and met Heinrich von Kruger. A few weeks later, this same Kruger was in Romania, in your company, where you both participated in a top-secret mission. Operation D.
You seem to know a great deal, Captain Cunningham.
Yes, but what we don't know is the nature of Operation D. You will give us an explanation, I trust.
Does the name Vlad Tepes mean anything to you?
Vlad Tepes, Dracula, the vampire.
You don't believe in vampires, Captain? If you had seen what I have seen, you would know that I am in deadly earnest.
That was awful. The plot, that last cutscene was cool. That looked like it was, like it could be the opening cutscene of a PS2 game about fighting Nazi vampires. But, this was a Dracula was barely in it. The puzzles were fucking horrendous. They, confusing. I could not have figured out any of these without the walkthrough. I mean, the graphics were good, and I'm glad that, and the character designs were good, and I'm glad I could record it with Fraps, but this game was long, this game was boring, the plot would have worked much better as a film than a video game, frankly. And the lack of of Dracula or vampires or really anything to do with anything through most of the game. This was a bad one. I think this may have actually knocked Da Vinci Code out of my most hated game slot. This has taken the throne, it has taken the crown, it is the worst video game I've ever played. Round of applause for that dubious honor. Next year, we have another Dracula game coming. It's not going to be Dracula 4, that will be on its way, but there was another Dracula game made in 2008 when this was made, Dracula Origins. We're going to be taking a look at that next year. Yeah, I wasn't impressed by this game, really. I had a really bad time playing this. Like, it started off fine, then just got really, really, really bad. Like, the photo developing, the mixing of chemicals, the fucking Enigma machine, the Latin books, all that nonsense, just... Also, it seemed to have barely anything to do with Dracula 2. Like, it's not even the same Dracula? Like, I don't know. And Arno just kind of blew up the tomb. Collect all those weapons for nothing with the Dracula illusion. I don't know. This was a bad one. Anyway, that's all for now. See you next time, and happy Halloween. Don't play this one. You have no reason to. It's not worth going. It's not worth looking at. Bye. Hi. Thanks for watching. This has been played and recorded by me, Merrick D'Amato. The art was by Rafael Agrona. You can find a link to their commission page in the description below. And if you like this video and want to see more like it, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you all next time. Ciao!